Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL, Inspiration for Your Life. I'm so glad that you have popped in to see us. If you're new and you're seeing us for the first time, launch your camera app, point over the QR code, touch the little yellow oval, you get my link tree. If you don't see anything on the screen, well, then just go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazingly great creations. All right, let's get on to the master topic. But before I do that, I really want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of you that are watching us, that are coming back here day in and day out. It means so much to me. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm very dedicated about creating content that is going to rock your socks and it's going to make you become a better version of yourself. And if you don't know that, then definitely check out believemeachieve.com because I've got so much amazing stuff that I think you're just gonna be blown away with it. So let's get right into the show, okay? So the show's master topic is we start on Saturday, we roll through the week, and we finish up on a Friday. How to break out of your shell, series 2, show 27, episode number 5. We're in our second year of one. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Daniel, for the like. Do really appreciate the love there. Hopefully, you had a wonderful 4th of July and everyone else. So let's get into this, shall we? All right. So the master topic is how to break out of your shell. Now, we've been talking about this a lot. So one thing I want to share with you is don't let others manipulate you. It could be friends. It could even be your own family. And the reason I share this with you is sometimes they want to do things to help you, which is a great thing. Don't get me wrong. However, they may want to curtail you to go their direction because they don't like something or they're not in agreement with something. And so, because of that, they'll decide to make choices for you. And those choices, ladies and gentlemen, well, let's just say they're not going to be the greatest for you, and you're going to feel terrible. That's right. You're going to feel terrible. Why? Um, because you're going to feel like it's not you doing it. And it could be over ownership, it could be over a lot of different things. And they're not doing this to be nasty, but they're doing this to manipulate you. So, a perfect example of this could be maybe you just learned to drive and your parents got you a car. And let's say you're driving and driving, and now let's say, I don't know, they helped you with that car and they bought it for you. All right. But then they're always like, well, maybe we should sell the car. Like they hold that over your head because whatever they give you is not really yours permanently. I'm talking about things like cars, houses, and other types of large gifts. Not like if they buy you a piece of furniture, a TV, or things like that. But the thing is, this can be enough that can send you to the moon because you're going to be so disappointed that this is happening and you don't necessarily know what to do. And so I'm here to tell you, don't let others manipulate you. Now, this is different than don't remember about no one has the right to make you feel inferior about yourself except for who? You, right? So don't let others manipulate you. And I think that's really important. But remember, only you have the right to make yourself feel bad. No one has the right to make you feel inferior about yourself except for you, right? Only you. All right. So don't let others manipulate you. That is the first thing I want to share with you. Hands down, right off the bat. Don't let others manipulate you. And you might say, well, gee, they're doing all these wonderful things for you. Yes, but everything comes with a cost. And I don't mean that they're doing it in a bad way. I just mean that they're using this to, how can I say, be leverage into what they want you to do. It could be taking a job, it could be relationships, it could be the type of job you take. And they shouldn't try to do this, but they do because they think they're doing the best for you. However, it can make you feel like crap. It can make you feel like you're nobody, like you're just at the bottom of the barrel and you don't know what to do. Are you going to cry? Are you going to yell and scream? Are you going to stop talking to them? So realize they're not doing this to harm you. They're doing it to try to protect you. But hey, I think the problem is that it's really getting in the way of your own better judgment. Okay. You know, you're probably an adult now. And I'm not talking about when you're 6 or 7 years old or 8 years old. I'm talking about when you're like a teen or even older than that. Like maybe when you're a legal adult, like 17 or 18 years old, right? Or even 21. Parents have a way of still making you feel as though you're under their roof. And nothing wrong with being under their roof, but it's like they use this to manipulate you so that you're just going to do whatever they want, even though that may not be what you want or the best thing for your life. They just look at this as a one track mind, and that's the way it's going to be. And if you don't like it, well, we'll sell it, or we'll do this, or maybe I'm going to get rid of that, and it's wrong. It's wrong. Or they put a false sense of urgency, like I don't know where I'm going to come up with the money for this. And suddenly you're thinking, well, I don't know either. Like, I got to sell my car. It's like, yeah, well, I guess we got to sell your car. And they don't really need to sell your car. They're doing this because they're trying to push you. But it's the worst thing in the world. I mean, absolutely the worst thing in the world. I think it demotivates people and really has a strong disrespect. That's right, a strong disrespect. All right, so let's talk about what this means. All right, what it means is this. If somebody gives you something, I don't care if it's a car, or a house, whatever, and suddenly you feel as though it's yours, but then later on they start telling you that, I don't know if I can make my payments, or I don't know if I can afford what I'm doing in my life. It's a tactic. And so they're hoping that they're going to motivate you. But one thing I want to tell you is that it should actually motivate you when they do this to bust like heck to get rid of what they've given you. If it was a car, if it was a house, get rid of it. Get them their money back. Even if they don't need it, get them their money back, because you're going to feel so much better as a person when you are able to breathe, when you're able to know that it's yours, it's completely yours, and no one's taking it from you. And again, your parents do mean well, your friends do mean well, but every once in a while, I've heard this story. I've had it happen in my own life many years ago, so I know what it's like, and I know it's not a fun thing, but I want to encourage you that even they do care about you, they do love you, sometimes they're using manipulation on you, and that is a problem. All right, make the commitment from the get-go, okay, and stick to it. That's right. Make the commitment. Whatever you're going to do it. I don't care if you're like, well, I don't know if I want to do it today. No, do it today. Do it tomorrow. Keep doing it. That's the important thing. You got to keep doing it, ladies and gentlemen. You have to. If you don't, then you're going to be mad at yourself. And if you're mad at yourself, you're like, oh, I can't do anything. Because there's two things motivation could do. One, it can motivate you to go further. And second, it can motivate you to go backwards. So, like the parents thing I was telling you about, if they motivate you one way, they think that it's going to get you to basically do something so that you can do whatever they need to do to get paid back, whatever. That's one thing. Now, that's one motivation. But the other motivation they're not expecting is that they're ready to say, okay, go ahead, sell it. Go ahead, do what you want to do. I don't care. Just, I don't need it. I'm going to take care of it myself. They're not expecting that. And when you start to exhibit that independence of like, oh, wow, what did we just do? And it's not a case of being disrespectful. It's a case of you growing up and being an adult and you being independent. This is probably one of the hardest things in life, is to recognize your independence. It doesn't mean that you should be nasty to them. It doesn't mean you should break away from them. It just means that you need to recognize the fact that you are you and you need to be independent. Okay. And people a lot of times want to do these things because they want to show them off. It's not about showing them off. You want to do nice things, but it's about trying to make sure that they're going to support your ways. And maybe they won't right away, but they usually will in the future. It's just that when they don't see things going the way they want, they try to push with these little tactics, and they feel you're going to cave and have to do something and then live their way. Don't do it. All right. Fight hard and go do something yourself so that you can replace what they've given you and realize you don't need what they're giving you. That's the most important thing. And that'll show them in a respectful way that, hey, I don't need you. I'm independent. All right. That's different. There's one thing if they want to give you a gift. There's another thing if they want to use that gift to manipulate you and control you to be the person they want to be. That's wrong. Break out of your shell with one group or situation first. Don't try to break out with 17 million things. Okay. Don't do that. You want to break out from one situation at a time. It could be a situation at work, it might be a situation at home. Usually, I tell you to break out of the situation that has the least amount of resistance. They're all going to have some. Maybe the one with your friend has a lot less resistance than the one at work, or the one with your partner, or another friend, right? So I think those are important things that we need to be understanding. And if we can understand them, then maybe we'll know that there are potentials in our life. There are potentials in our life. But sometimes life is just not easy. It's not easy. And I feel that when we have this breakthrough moment, a breakthrough moment, that's the time we're like, oh wow, I just had this breakup moment. This break up moment. No, I don't mean a break. I mean a breakout moment, more like an epiphany, like, wow, I get it. I finally get it. Now I understand. But it's not evident right away because when things are so comfortable for you, you don't want to break out. You don't want to change because you're so comfortable. Get uncomfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, make yourself comfortable, but then get uncomfortable again. Because when you're uncomfortable, you're going to want to get yourself comfortable. Let's take, for example, going to sleep, right? If you're not comfortable with the pillows, what do? You readjust the pillows so you can be more comfortable. Very simple, right? Very simple. But if you're not that way, then you're probably wondering, how do I get more comfortable? And you can be comfortable very, very easily in your life. I mean, extremely, extremely easy. And so that is the most important thing I've got to share with you. Get uncomfortable, okay? And when you get uncomfortable, the magic is going to happen in your life. The magic is going to happen in your life. And that magic might be something that happens to you as an epiphany at 2 o'clock in the morning, or it could happen to you just out of the blue. I mean, literally, it could happen to you out of the blue. And when it happens to you out of the blue, you're like, oh, wow, I didn't even know that was even possible. I didn't even know that was possible. That makes sense? I hope it does. So, I hope that you'll understand this. What does this mean to you? What does it mean when somebody does this to you? What does it mean? I think it means that you're growing up. And sometimes the hardest thing in our life is to admit that either we need other people or that we have the power to do what we want. I think the biggest thing in life is that we get scared because we're more powerful than we think and we fear our greatest power. Now, when you get that power, don't be rude, don't be inconsiderate, don't throw at people's faces. Share what you want to share, especially with your parents, but build that respect. And when the independence happens, it's like a new dynamic is going to be built. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic evening. I hope you'll like, love, and support the channel. Definitely comment below. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. Go to my YouTube channel, John C Morley serial entrepreneur. Look for that key phrase to help keep our content free. Make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, a savory dessert plate. Either way, we'll invest those pennies and dollars into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities, to even the most jaw-dropping motivational content to get you on track to have an even better version of your life. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye now.